Hello and welcome to another episode of Vegan Cheesecake. I am Dave Huffman, the bitchy vegan homo.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl, Vegan Vicki of Urban Sweetness.
And if this is your first time tuning into Vegan Cheesecake, this is a fun vegan podcast where we talk about the vegan food that we like to eat or that we've made, as well as, of course,
the Golden Girls.
Because we love the Golden Girls.
Yes.
It feeds your soul, just like the good vegan food feeds your belly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you put that. That was nice.
Well, you know, I'm quite the wordsmith.
Mm-hmm. You are.
And we are going to be talking today about one of Vicki's favorite episodes.
I love this episode. Season 1, episode 10, The Heart Attack.
Mm-hmm.
Dun, dun, dun.
I know. Actually, this one has kind of heavier overtones, but it is pretty funny still.
Yeah, it does have heavy, because when I was watching it again, I was like, ooh, this is, just some of the references.
I mean, it is called The Heart Attack.
It is.
Yeah.
But it could have been referenced something else, but it didn't.
Mm-hmm.
It was,
So this one starts out with them having just hosted a party, which is one of the few times you ever actually get to see people. That they've had a social life or other people in that house.
People walked out.
I mean, you get the episodes where like a friend or a family member comes to stay, but they had just had a party apparently. And not that we got to meet any of those people, but they sure get catty about their one friend.
Oh my gosh. I was like, really?
Yeah.
Blanche, you gonna dog her like that?
Yeah, that's what they do.
That was awful.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that was the
They're
shade.
shaming her.
The shade of it all for eating.
For eating the food that they're all talking about how delicious it was.
Yes.
But they were talking about how gross their friend was. Now I can't remember her name. Do you remember her name?
Emma Jean.
All right.
Emma Jean.
Emma
I think
Jean.
it was Emma Jean.
Yeah, I remember that they said she has to weigh 275 pounds.
Yeah, she did. And she said she was spitting her food while she was talking.
Going to take out Blanche's eye.
Now that's a deal breaker right there.
I know.
I
know how you feel about that.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Do not talk with your mouth full and don't spit. Oh my gosh.
So if you opened up the Vegan Vicki etiquette school, lesson number 1.
That is lesson number 1. Do not talk when you have a mouthful of food.
Okay.
And then number 2, don't spit when you talk.
So every time you eat at a restaurant, you know, like how the server always will come up and talk to you, ask you how everything's going.
Do it.
Right whenever you had.
Yeah.
As soon as you take a bite, that's when they ask you.
That's when they ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Now let's say,
you just...
Or, I cover my mouth with my napkin or my hand over my mouth.
Yeah.
But you just don't. One day I'm just going to look at it. Good.
Yeah, just open up your mouth and
show. Just open my mouth so you can
delicious.
See. Thank you.
All right. No, but you won't be that classy.
No,
not you. So when you have, when was the last time you had like a party at your house where you had like to make like a big spread of food like that?
You know what? I actually gave my sister a surprise birthday party years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I had made some food, but then I ordered a lot of food too for her. But that was the last time I really had a party in my home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have to be involved in parties all the time.
Right.
You're used to making food for a lot of people.
Right. So,
and for parties.
Right. So that was the last time I had something at my house where I invited people. But I mean, I'm about to get graphic, but most of the time when I get home, the bra's coming off.
Yeah.
And I'm just in a t-shirt. So.
Is this the episode where she says something about one of them in an episode I just watched?
Yeah.
They talk about her brassiere.
Yeah, that was that one. She was like, Rose. It was Dorothy was talking about Rose. Tell her to go take off her brassiere.
Brassiere.
Right.
You never hear someone say the full word.
Right.
Brassiere.
Right.
So you get home, take off the brassiere.
Brassiere, and it's a wrap.
All right.
That's all.
I always joke that I'm the world's best host.
You are.
I am. I try to be. And so I love to have parties. I love to have people over. I haven't actually had too many lately just because I've been so busy with everything else going on. So I haven't had like a lot of dinner parties and things like that lately. But frequently I will have people over like after we'll watch a movie at a theater or something and people come back here for basically a dessert orgy.
Yeah.
Like usually that's all I have is just like a table full of,
that's what's up.
A variety of things.
I like that.
And then, so
that's a good
they get all sugared up and then they leave.
And then you have to go.
Yeah.
You can't stay sugared up and stay
I don't want them
here.
bouncing off the walls.
No. Not my walls.
No, definitely not. So
Sugar walls.
There you go. Oh, Sheena Easton. So speaking of Sheena Easton, we'll just take a little side note here.
Yes.
So I saw her in Vegas many years ago. And of course, Sheena Easton was known for being, she did like I can't remember, it wasn't Weight Watchers or one of those things.
Okay.
It was like she did like commercials for one of those things.
Okay.
And I had went to see her in Vegas, and the curtain opened up, and whenever the star comes on stage, everyone applauds.
Yeah.
Well, the curtain came up, and no one was applauding because no one realized that was Sheena Easton. She had kind of turned into Emma Jean. She was
she didn't.
Oh, she did.
No. Sheena.
She had gotten so large that I think people literally did not realize it was her at first.
They were like, "Where's she at?"
And then when she started singing, everyone started applauding. But it was this awkward kind of moment of like, that headshot out in the lobby isn't current,
That was the Prince, Sheena Easton, back in the day.
Exactly. But I love Sheena Easton. She was great.
Oh, yeah.
And she looks amazing now. But she is like one of the celebrities, I think, that has kind of had fluctuated
ups
with her,
and downs.
Yeah. With her weight. But it's, when she had that kind of campaign on those, I can't remember if it's Weight Watchers, one of those things.
One of them.
Yeah. So, bless her. Yeah. Are you? I see. Again, we have a guest here in the
Hello.
recording room.
And
it's Lois, the one cat
Lois
that I let
like
out.
About to attack,
Nah.
but I know she's not.
No, she's just in her cat loaf pose.
Hello.
It's very cute. She just
She
looks like
is.
a little.
She's adorable. Her eyes are adorable.
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
I love her. All right, back to this.
Yes.
So, but of course, the heart attack. This whole episode, when they're judging about how Emma Jean is overeating, then of course the whole plot. Spoiler alert: if you haven't watched this episode yet. She's not having a heart attack.
No.
Sophia's not having a heart attack.
She ate too much.
And she's having a gallbladder attack.
Yes. And I was like,
have you ever eaten that much?
Listen. Okay.
Let's talk about your gluttony for a minute.
We're in a circle of trust and truth.
Okay.
I have eaten a lot where I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm busting out.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just so good.
Yeah.
And sometimes
you just can't stop.
You cannot stop.
Mm-hmm.
And that's so sad.
Yeah, I try not to eat anymore until I'm uncomfortably full.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't do that anymore because that was a really bad feeling.
I've gotten better about that myself, too.
Where you doing that and then you have a Malanta cocktail.
Yeah, well, I did. Well, the next thing I was going to ask you, of course, is what was the best thing you've eaten this week? But before I ask you, I'm just going to tell you what it was for me.
Okay, what was
Because this is talking about overeating.
Right.
I went to the Ohio Pie Company last night for dinner. And they're down in Brunswick. So if you're in the Cleveland general area and you're a vegan, I understand that might not be the most convenient place for you to go. But I'm telling you, they have the best vegan pizza I've ever had in my life.
Oh, my God.
It is amazing. It is the first time I've ever had a vegan pizza that I feel like you could give to somebody and say, here, have a slice of pizza. And not like apologize
Ohio,
on the curve.
What is it?
It's Ohio Pie Company.
Okay, Ohio Pie Company.
And their pizza is amazing. And we were eating a lot. I got like a large pizza. I was there with a couple of friends. I just kept eating it. And then the owner, who's a very nice man, his name is Nick. He, since I'm in there a lot, we've become friendly, and he had like an extra vegan pizza
he didn't.
by mistake or something, and he gave me one of their vegan barbecue chicken pizzas
Ooh!
as a bonus. So I was already full because I'd eaten the pizza, and then he gave me another one, and I'm like, well, now I got to eat some of this. So I was a little uncomfortably full last night.
Okay.
But it was.
But that sounds amazing.
Yeah,
though.
it was amazing.
That sounds
his pizza,
amazing.
It's not a vegan pizza place, but he
but
has
they have
vegan
that,
pizza, and he makes his own like
Ohio
vegan
Pie
sausage
Company.
and all that stuff, and he does a blend of vegan cheeses for
I
his
feel
pizza.
like they should sponsor a pizza for me so I can see if it's real. See if it's a real deal.
If you're good, there might be a slice of it in my fridge still from last night. Maybe I'll warm it up, and you can try some before you go.
Oh my gosh!
We'll see. It is really delicious, and I just couldn't stop eating it.
Oh,
it
that's
is so
awesome.
good. Yeah. So, how about you? Did you have anything other than the food that you ate this week?
I'm trying to think.
No.
I'm terrible. You know what I did?
It's not that you're terrible. It's that you just
but
make
you
really
know what
good
I did
food,
have?
and you're responsible.
And I did post it. I had that Gardein breakfast bowl.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that was something I had, and it was really tasty.
Was it?
Yes.
Good. Yeah,
I
need to get
really
one of
enjoyed
those.
it.
Good.
Yeah, but I love Gardein products. So Gardein has this. It was potatoes. Oh, their vegan sausage, their vegan breakfast sausage, and kale.
Okay.
And it's a breakfast bowl. And it was really good.
Well,
yeah,
excellent.
it was nice.
All right.
I was like, okay, I can do this.
And did you just buy one to try it, or did you trust them enough to buy like several, and now you're glad you did?
I bought it to try it. I wasn't, because sometimes vegan breakfast sausages, sometimes they put too much sage in it, and it's just not. So I just bought one, but I would buy it again.
All right, good to know.
So that's a good pick.
I am a fan of. I have some of the Gardein, like their sausage patties. I have some of those in the freezer right now. I think they are pretty good. So I generally like. I think all the Gardein products.
Yeah,
really.
Gardein is good. Gardein has good products.
Those the Gardein fishless fish fillets that they have. Those are a delicious treat. And any reason I can have tartar sauce is all right by me.
Is a plus. And you know what? I don't know what it is because. Even when I was eating meat, I was allergic to fish.
Oh, okay.
And anything. But it's something in that because usually I can eat seaweed and not get
right.
But I cannot have what is it? Agar.
You can't have agar. Yeah.
Is agar?
I say agar, but I don't know.
I can't have that. It's something in it that takes me there.
Like, do you have the same kind of allergic reaction to it? Is what you're saying? Okay.
Yes.
Good to know.
Have. Yeah. So I cannot have that.
I won't poison you with it.
Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate you.
So when you need to use something as a gelatin sort of substitute, what do? Or do you not even worry about that?
I don't even worry about that.
Okay.
No, I don't even worry about that because you know what? When I was making what I was making, I was like, and I got sick. I said, oh, I can't do that. So I just kind of forgot about it.
Gotcha.
So I do need to revisit that because if I want to do something, I have to.
Because I do use it in a few of my recipes.
Yeah,
even, so.
and I was so mad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So mad.
So mad. When we're talking about how you can have seafood, one of the things that Sophia ate is something I'd never even heard of.
Never.
It's called scungili, and which I assumed was a pasta.
I did too.
And then I Googled it.
And I saw it was a large
it's a mussel
sea
or
snail.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah. Mollusk.
Yeah, mollusk.
Mollusk and conch and all that. I was like, oh.
No. Yeah. Ugh.
Yeah,
that's all I could say. When I see people, like when I would go out to dinner and people would order like mussels as an appetizer.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Those like black shell things.
Yeah.
And they just,
they open it.
So
I'm
terrible.
like, but this is, I always think about this. Who sat up and said, hey, I'm going to eat that snail right there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's going to be good.
Yeah, I don't know.
Who did it? I don't understand that.
You want to track that person down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, who sat there and said, hey, that little black shell right there, what's inside of that? I'm going to eat it.
Yeah.
No.
Gross. Yeah.
I don't,
No.
I can't do it.
No.
I need to know.
You're not an otter.
No.
Like those are for otters.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
No, I'm like, who does that?
Well, but most of the other stuff that she rattled off would have been at least potentially vegetarian or vegan, like the cavatelli, I think.
Right.
And
she had that.
She had like stuffed mushrooms.
Right.
She had with gorgonzola or something like that. But yeah,
the mushroom, everything So that's what, when was the last time you were cooking for an event?
Mm-hmm.
And later on, people say, did you eat dinner? No, I'm not hungry. I didn't eat anything, but I'm not hungry. But you nibbled so much.
You've been eating all day long.
You've been eating all day, tasting stuff.
Yeah, I love that. Sophia's like, oh, no, I didn't have any dinner.
I didn't eat any dinner.
But the show opens up and she's like sitting there just like shoving food in her face. Right. But it's true. When you're cooking and baking, you do
taste.
Yeah, you're just kind of nibbling
and stuff.
And then when you sit down to eat, you don't have the appetite.
And then you say, I didn't
And then
eat.
Everybody's like, oh, is there something wrong with the food? Because the guy that made it isn't eating it.
And you're like, no, I'm not really hungry.
Right.
But you've been eating
all day.
You would have had probably the equivalent of 2 meals.
Mm-hmm. And she said she had been cooking for 2 days.
2 days. So
she has been nibbling for 2 days.
Getting it in for 2 days. So that was, and what was something else? Blanche. Always ready for a man.
Well, that's what Blanche is.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
Asking if the doctor was single.
Uh-huh.
I said, Blanche, come on, Swiss. Mm-hmm. Always.
Yep.
Always ready for a man.
And that's the only, I think that is the only, she chased all the men out at the beginning. I think as they showed the people leaving the party, I think
it was like one older guy.
Yeah, I just saw like a man kind of
one older guy. And of course, Emma Jane.
Which we didn't get to see. Poor Emma Jane.
They didn't see. No, she probably left early. Yeah. Because she heard them talking about her.
Mean.
That was awful.
Oh, so mean.
Bullies.
I know the thing that I loved about Rose when she's talking about her making her Lindstrom surprise.
Yeah.
So the Lindstrom surprise is that it's a pie.
Yeah.
Her Lindstrom surprise pie, which you think is like an apple pie, but then it's got herring inside.
That's just nasty.
And I love B. Arthur's like response to that, where she's like her like fake laugh, like oh,
and then she's like throwing her hands up.
No one like B. Arthur is truly, I mean, they're all comedic geniuses, but B. Arthur, she can get a laugh just from any look, any moment. She knows how like to milk every little second for every little laugh, and she's amazing.
And when Rose was talking about, she said when Sophia said that she had a bubble.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
And Rose said, you get rid of it with a,
Yeah, she couldn't say belch.
I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm. She just couldn't do that.
But this was one, and you know what? I'm not a Debbie Downer, but when what's her name? Dorothy was looking for her rosary, and she was talking about feeling like an orphan. Mm-hmm. That was one of those that just I was like, oh.
Well, she said it's true. Like no matter how old you are, you feel like you're 6 years old whenever your parents are not well. So that's true.
Yeah, I was like, oh, Dorothy, I feel for you, sis. I feel for you.
And I like that Sophia has her confession about that Dorothy is her favorite.
Her favorite. And afterwards, she's like
favorite? What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? No, you're not.
No.
But then at the end, they brought out that cake.
Which they kept in the refrigerator, and you know how I feel about that.
I know.
That's not a good idea.
I know. No. And that's so funny because when I saw that, I said, ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, you don't refrigerate cake, especially just a chocolate cake.
It's got to be, because when you slice it, it's got to be moist. And like how the icing kind of goes through and hits a little bit of the cake on each layer. I know that's.
I like how sensual that description was.
Wasn't that?
Yeah.
Did you like that?
That was a sexy case like she did there.
It was because I went to another place.
I could tell.
And then I came back. I said, wait a minute.
So, are you more of a chocolate cake person or are you a vanilla cake person?
I am actually more of a vanilla cake person.
Me too.
I love like wedding cake, white, icing has to be like wedding cake, white. I love like white cake.
Yeah, I love it too.
Yeah.
Because the reason I think that is a lot of times, although I'm proud to say that my chocolate cake actually tastes like chocolate, I think a lot of chocolate cake does not taste like chocolate. It just tastes, it's like brown cake.
That's true.
And I don't know why, like, especially, I don't know, a lot of like store-bought cakes that you just get for like someone's birthday or whatever, like, oh, it's chocolate cake, but no.
But no, it's not.
There's nothing about it that tastes like chocolate.
Chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like.
And I'm not sure how they do that.
No.
How do you
And I'm like, why aren't you putting chocolate in
you should put some chocolate in there.
Yeah.
And if you taste it and you go, it doesn't taste like chocolate, that means you didn't put enough chocolate in it.
What do you think about adding espresso to chocolate cakes?
In my cake recipe, I do actually add a little coffee into all of my, even my best damn brownies, because the coffee just helps bring out the chocolate flavor more. I don't put a lot in there,
but it's just enough.
It's just enough to kind of give it a little support of it. Yeah.
For those that didn't see that, I kicked my hip like, yeah.
So everybody other than me,
right?
Yeah, because maybe you're not aware of this. They can't see you.
I know. I had to give the description. I did it
with
to the
little,
right,
with a little
people.
Flair.
I did it to the right.
But, this episode almost ends with them all bonding over eating a cake at the table, but then they talk themselves out of it.
Then they got health conscious.
What is that about?
Come on now. Now when you had chocolate, because you know what it was? Subconsciously, it was refrigerated.
I think that's probably it.
And they said, you know what? But then they left the ice cream on the counter.
Yeah.
But you know what I like? I like ice cream to be halfway melted.
Yeah.
To soak into.
So it's nice and creamy.
Yes. And I love a good dessert that has like ice cream. So it just goes into that. That is like so amazing. They add some caramel on it. Don't threaten me with a good time. That's all I'm saying. Hey.
I think, is it Blanche that says something about like just looking at like one dessert and her panties shut off her circulation?
Yes, she said her panties cut off her circulation.
Yeah. It's like, oh.
That was classic.
Yeah.
I said, I feel for you, sis. Come on now.
I'm surprised she's wearing panties, quite frankly, given Blanche's reputation.
Right. I'm like, you wearing panties?
Huh?
Right.
That just seems like it's going to slow down the evening, Blanche.
Right. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one. But yeah, the chocolate cake. So I love chocolate cake too. I love that, but vanilla.
Yeah, I almost always pick the non-chocolatey dessert off of a menu.
Yeah, because honestly, I'm not a big chocolate eater.
Yeah, I love chocolate as long as it's chocolate.
Right, but not.
Yeah, I usually will go for the lighter, like fruity or vanilla.
Yeah,
hard to believe. Bitchy Vegan Homo goes for something fruitier.
I can't believe it.
Shocking.
Very shocking.
This just in.
Dun, dun, dun. Breaking news.
Dave likes fruit.
Right. Crazy. Yes.
And I definitely would not want a herring pie.
No.
I mean, I only want the herring to be, swimming out in the ocean or the lake.
Named Lindstrom.
Yeah.
Lindstrom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lindstrom. That's right.
What is that word?
Bless her.
I know.
Yeah.
Rose, she gonna get better.
Yeah.
Not really.
Yeah.
But
I like when Sophia, who is it that says she has a bubble in her head? She's like, oh, I've had a bubble. And she's like,
said,
Sophia's like, in your head.
I know.
They're not very nice to Rose.
And you know what? And half the time, I don't think she realizes it.
No.
She don't even realize it.
No.
At all.
No.
She just goes with the flow and continues the story.
Mm-hmm.
Like they'll leave the room and she follows.
Well, that's, Sophia's lying there potentially on her deathbed, and Rose is telling her about birthing the pigs.
Yeah, and Sophia told her, I just want to rest.
And she's like, if I die, will you stop telling the story?
Stop talking? I know. Poor Rose. She just has a lot of love to give.
Yeah, she's got
She just want to tell the people.
Mm-hmm.
Tell the people.
Well, we all have, I don't have that much love to give. I'm running out.
You know what? For some people, absolutely. No more love to give. I'm sorry.
No. I always find some more.
Yeah, you do.
Especially in the kitchen.
Because it's in there. I see it.
Have you been trying any new recipes or anything this week? We talk about finding love in the kitchen.
Did I try any? You know what? I did. I made, but I didn't post it because it just wasn't pretty.
You were ashamed of it.
I was. Though I was ashamed of the way it looked but I made it like a edamame salad.
Oh.
So it had greens with edamame. It was almost like just like a totally green salad. And then I had some avocado.
Gotcha.
And I made a nice dressing for it, like with some kale, almost like a kale vinaigrette. It was really good, but it was not picture ready.
No,
it wasn't.
Well, you said it was all green. All green. Like intentionally so.
Yes.
So it's hard to, whenever you make something that's monochromatic like that, to make it look visually appealing. Yeah.
And I called it the green monster salad.
Well, but it's, coming up on Halloween.
Yes.
So you could easily make it, sort of like, call it like your zombie salad or something like that.
I like that.
And then, just get yourself a little like, zombie skull or something like that and go in the picture and be like, yes. Because I'm working on one of my Instagram friends and I, Vegan Mom and Sons.
Yes, I love her.
Yeah, she's awesome.
Yes.
So if you're not following at Vegan Mom and Sons, make sure you are.
You need to. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl.
Shameless
she's
plug.
Great.
Hey, girl.
She's, she and I are doing a thing every Thursday. We're doing post in October, little Halloween themed things. So that was the thing that I made new this week was for this last challenge this last week was a new pumpkin cupcake recipe.
Okay.
And you know how most pumpkin cupcakes are very dense and heavy?
Yeah.
This was not.
Really?
Freakishly light and just perfect. It was like the most delicious pumpkin cupcake. And I was joking with someone, I don't know what I did, but I do because I wrote it all down.
Okay.
So, but I mean, like it turned out perfectly. Like it was one of those first stab recipes that was just amazing.
That came through for you.
And I use more traditional pumpkin pie spices and stuff in it.
Okay.
Than, unlike my like whoopie pies, which I use kind of Indian spices, but this one is more traditional.
Nice.
So they were amazing.
That's
so that was my first post. It wasn't gross looking. It was just like But some of the other ones I'm going to be working on for the rest of this month are more Halloweeny and kind of scary like that.
Yeah, so, that's nice.
So maybe you could make that and you could join in the fun. Post that on a Thursday for the Vegan Halloween Challenge, as I think.
Vegan Halloween Challenge.
Hashtag Vegan Halloween Challenge. Feel free to join in the fun out there.
I am.
All right.
You said out there.
Well,
I'm sorry.
You're part of it. You're part of it.
Okay. I know. I want to do it.
Yeah.
I want to do something freaky.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait a minute. That didn't come out right.
I bet you do.
Hey.
You know,
Hey.
The week's just starting. You got a lot of time to plan.
Right.
But yeah. So I think, but when I've made something that is kind of monochromatic like that too, you're right. It's hard to make it look nice in a picture.
Yeah.
But this time of year, you can get away with it.
But you can.
Yeah, you can be like, I meant it to look gross.
I know. Vegan Halloween.
Vegan Halloween coming up.
We should have did something.
Well, we are doing something.
We are doing something on a Thursday.
On a Thursday.
That's it.
You know, maybe you should have done something.
The shade. Did you hear that, people? The shade. Well, I think I want to give out candy this year.
Are you?
I think I want to, but I want to scare the kids.
I think you should. You were talking about just
like,
dressing up in a scary thing.
Yes, and sitting on my porch in a chair.
Mm-hmm.
And when they come up, just scare the bejesus.
I think you should.
I think I want to.
All right. I'm all for it. I like it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. I'm probably not going to hand out candy. I try not to be home anymore on Halloween. I try to avoid it. You know. Well, right. Like I said, on the street I'm on, we don't really get a lot of people that come down my street.
That's right. So. Okay.
Because if you have a finite amount of time, you don't go to where there's not, like, if a school is taking up half the block,
right? You don't go where. There you go.
So you're not going to go to that street that doesn't have as many houses.
That's
to get
true.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people have their lights on giving out candy that night.
Yeah,
so
that's true.
I think the 2 years that I did it, I think it was only 2 years. There was like maybe 2 other houses on my street that did it. So there just isn't a lot of kids to come down here.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let the other people feed the children.
You buy the candy.
Yeah, you buy the candy.
You do it. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I could be that person that gives them something that they don't want. You know, like,
you can get
here's an apple.
There you go.
Yeah, I'll be that person.
Mm-hmm. Here's an apple and some dental floss.
We talked about this before, how I wasn't allowed to go trick-or-treating, and you only went trick-or-treating in your house.
Yes.
Door to door. So we aren't the audience that really has the life experiences for this.
No.
But I do remember the reason I wasn't allowed to go trick-or-treating was because of, you know, the urban legends of people putting like razor blades in candy and stuff like that. My mom was one of those people that thought that actually was happening. Like children are like biting into their candy bar and like having like you know, just shards of glass at it. You know, I don't know that before. Imagine if that was like the 70s, that little scare, and you could actually go to like the hospital and get your candy x-rayed. Yeah. I remember the local hospital.
They would the local hospital. Bring your bag of candy, and we'll x-ray it.
So if there's anyone put like pins and nails in your candy.
But we'll put radiation in your candy. You won't be eating shards of glass, but you will glow when you wake up.
Slightly radiated, you know, Snickers bars. Yeah.
You will be able to climb walls in the morning.
Oh. Well, like, we could have had a generation of superheroes.
I know. That would have been dope. I'd have been excited.
So, do you have anything coming up that you'd like to talk about here? And where can people find you, Vegan Vicki?
Well, people can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, urban_sweetness, or on my website, www.urbansweetness.com. And I am working on, I'm going to have my first annual vegan Thanksgiving buffet.
Excellent.
Yes, November 17th.
Okay.
So, hey, look for the information soon, people.
Okay.
We're going to have a lot of food.
You'll be blasting all that information out on all your social media.
Absolutely.
Everywhere. Okay.
Absolutely.
Right. I will be there.
Yes, you better.
I will be. I promise.
Put it on your calendar.
I will put it on my calendar.
Not show up here.
Unless I get a better invitation.
Ooh, the shade.
Well, I, of course, am Dave Huffman of Bitchy Vegan Homo. You can find me at bitchyveganhomo.com, Bitchy Vegan Homo on Instagram and Pinterest and Twitter, and BVH Show on Facebook. And then the next thing I've got coming up is actually not until, I think it's November 9th. I'll be at the Pittsburgh Vegan Expo. That's the next thing I will be at. So
you're a traveling man.
I'm a traveling man.
I'm going to have to hang out with you.
I got to go back to my hometown.
That's right. I forgot.
Pittsburgh.
You are. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I need to come with you because I want to go to that spot.
Well, we are totally going to do our own little Pittsburgh road trip. We'll do it before. We'll try to do it before then.
Yes.
So we
can, my gosh.
So we can just eat our way through
I need
Pittsburgh.
the cheesesteak.
Yes, you do.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Hey, guys. Bye.